Hey gang, Coach Michael P. here. Welcome to day 4 of our 30 days to an elevated mindset. So today we're going to talk about the one thing that has the biggest impact on our behavior. Now we started this process talking about the conscious versus the unconscious mind. And the conscious mind is that part of our mind that, is where the chatter is going on, that voice in our head that's telling us we're not smart enough, good enough, whatever. That's the part that we interact with the most in our mind is the conscious part of our mind. But the unconscious part is the bigger part of our mind, and in this is where all of our thoughts and our feelings and our beliefs and our values happen. So if you think of an iceberg, there's that little bit of the iceberg above the water, that's the conscious mind, and there's the biggest part of the iceberg that's below the water, which is the unconscious mind. And all change, true, lasting, transformational change, has to happen at the unconscious level. Now, if you're working with a good person who knows how to do that, it can be, a very quick process where in an hour or two you can release beliefs that you've been holding on to all your life. So, in our unconscious mind, we have what are known as our values. And our values are the things that matter most to us, the things that are most important to us. And so when we want to make a change at the unconscious level, because our values are the most important thing to us, having a shift in values can be a big help in changing our actions and our behaviors. So this is almost like a two-part video. We're going to talk more about values tomorrow, because when we have values, we may be moving toward our values or we may be moving away from values. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I value money. That's one of my values, right? And money's neither good or bad. It's what we do with it and what we make it mean that can have positive and negative ramifications. So if we start out with money, and let's say money is something I value, then we want to look at, well, how do I see money? How do I value it? Is it, I value money, it's important to me to never be poor again, to never be in a situation where I don't know that I'm going to have enough to pay my bills, right? That's my focus. Or that's one way you can, a value can be, like I want to get away from something. I want to get away from poverty. The other way a value can work is that you're moving towards something. So maybe it's, I want to have enough money to travel whenever I want, wherever I want, right? I want to have enough money to leave a legacy for my kids. That's something I want to move towards, I'm being drawn towards. It's a value that I'm moving to. So here's what you need to do today. Here's your lesson, should you choose to accept it. Just sit down, maybe 1 to 3 minutes. You can set a timer if you want. This is a brainstorming session. And just write down all of the things all of your values, all the things you value. So just sit down, what do I value? And you just start writing and write and write and write and write until you have nothing left. Now, typically, when you start doing an exercise like that, you'll write and write and write and kind of you dump all of that out of your brain, and then you think, that's it, I have nothing left. Sit with it for a bit. Because usually your brain will refill at least once, typically twice. So, you write everything, you're empty, you sit, and then, more values come up, you write them down, you're empty, you sit, and then, more values come up, you write them down, and, at that point you may have some more, or that may be the end of it. So just don't walk away too quickly. Give yourself some time to list out your values. Once you have this full list of values, then I want you to go through and rank them in order. So just look through the list. The one that you think is number 1, just put a number 1 next to it. The one that's number 2, put a number 2 next to it. This isn't a list that you're going to keep reorganizing, so you just do it once. Don't think about it. Let your unconscious mind do the work. As you're glancing at the list, if something stands out and your unconscious mind says that's next, then make that one next, even if it doesn't make sense to you consciously. And then what I want you to do is, of that list, let's just write on a sheet of paper in order your top 5 values. Okay, what are the top 5 values? And then in tomorrow's exercise, we're going to look a little deeper into those. All right, everyone, I'm loving all the comments and feedback that I'm seeing on these videos when I post them. So please feel free to let me know what you think of this, what you're getting from it, what more you want to learn, maybe where you're stuck or not understanding something. Feel free to share these with your family and friends and on all your social media. Always looking to get the word out and help people improve their mindset. Okay, everyone, go be awesome and have an amazing day.